Welcome to Collab. We appreciate your time, and it's a great honor that you're here with us.
Yeah, man, great pleasure being here. This channel interviews local artists, and it's a pleasure for me to be one of the selected few to be a part of this channel. So thank you.
I've followed you for a while now. We've been friends, and I look up to your videos and your photos. But Collab wants to ask, who is FABIO VERA?
Well, some people think I'm a photographer or videographer, but I like to refer myself as an artist because I just want to create in any platform that I can branch out to. Sometimes I see myself as a photographer, sometimes I see myself as a videographer. It all depends. At some point in my life too, I was kind of messing with music. But yeah, man, like I said, I just want to create in every platform that I can and see where it takes me.
How did it start for you, photography in general?
I would say it started like around eighth grade, transitioning in ninth grade.
Right.
My mom actually had a little camera that was a snap and shoot camera. And I just picked it up one day, and I was fascinated with what I was capturing. And at the time, I was like kind of not secure of myself, so that was like a way for me to branch out and express who I was, and that just kept building and building, and took me to who I am today. If it wasn't for that snapshot camera that my mom had, I probably wouldn't have found an interest in this craft.
You don't mind me asking what kind of camera was it?
It wasn't like a film camera. It was just like a digital automatic camera that
Right.
chose your settings. Just snap and shot pictures. As a matter of fact, the first model was actually myself. I would be my own model. I would create the scene and then picture myself and frame myself to capture myself. That was kind of a challenge, but at the time it was cool. Because I just wanted to express myself and show my creativity through the platform. Self-portraits, very, very unique. As a matter of fact, if you look back at them, you could see like I said, I wasn't really secure who I was. I was kind of in a dark moment in my life, and you could feel that from those pictures. They're very dark and unique in a way. A way that I don't think I'm able to capture now at this point where I'm at, but I'm able to build off and create even better things than what I was creating back then. After that, like the first people that I started photographing were, of course, close family members like my brother, my mom, and my dad. And eventually, my mom and my dad saw that I had an interest, so they bought me, a DSLR camera, which it was a Nikon D3200, and that opened up like little gigs from here and there. I started with homecoming, prom pictures, little parties, just like anything to like get myself comfortable photographing people at events, and that led to where I am right now. Which I'm still growing as an artist. But yeah, after my Nikon D3200, I wanted to mess around with Canon because I heard that Canon was better. So I got myself a Canon T5i, which was great. But it's a starting key camera. But after that, I was shooting with those cameras for a while. I just upgraded last year to a Sony A7 Mark II, which is amazing. I love it. Mirrorless is the way to go. I'm telling you, that's the future for everything. And my favorite lens right now, it's my Sigma 35 art lens. Very beautiful. I love the way that how sharp the pictures come out, and yeah, that's what I'm currently shooting with.
So portraits as well as everyday shoot, street photography. That's what your go-to setup.
Yeah, that's my go-to setup. But eventually I want to start like branching out more into editorial and fashion. I want to shoot for some of these magazines and stuff. Of course, one of the main ones that I eventually later down in my life I hope I shoot for is Vogue magazine, and Bazaar and all those great fashion, magazines. But my idea was always to photograph portraits of people because I wanted to capture their feelings and paint them in this picture that you know, when they look back like 5 years, 10 years from now, like, damn, you know, like that's still a great picture that I could show people who I was, you know, back then.
Okay, I'm kinda different, but at the same time, just an average Joe. Take bitches on my free time. I don't lie before, I never met in real life. Wanna be famous, but at the same time, kinda shy. Sometimes I stay up late at night, think to myself, which leads to stuff I shouldn't think about.
You know, my first inspirations were actually hip hop artists, you know, like, you know, Drake was actually one of those, The Weeknd, you know. But you know, as I branched out and I started finding out about more people and stuff, you know, I fell in love with Andy Warhol, Irvine Penn, Richard Avedon, you know, legendaries of this craft. Even filmmakers, you know, Wes Anderson, you know, Quentin Tarantino, you know, lots of people, you know. See, from Andy Warhol, what I like about Andy Warhol is it's very simple but unique in a way, you know. I like how he put very simplistic, you know, things into his paintings. For example, he used very common things that you see every day, like a Campbell noodle soup. You know, Marilyn Monroe, of course, she was like this big icon at the time, you know, and a banana, you know, just like simple stuff like that, but made it very unique in a way that it's still, you know, powerful and amazing to this date, you know. Yeah, Quentin Tarantino, I like how he uses colors in his movies, and that's something that you know, inspires myself as an artist, because I just want to capture, you know, beautiful, you know, frame every time that he captures in like all of his movies, which is just amazing.
I'm just a hungry kid that feeds off pain.
Can you tell us more about these photos and this style? You call it MGK, which is pretty funny.
Tyler is he's a cool dude. I met him through the pond, Terrence. We were shooting at this national, like, local museum, state museum actually. And he just came through. You know, the pond invited him. He was a cool dude. Wasn't, you know, scared to do his makeup right in front of us, which I thought was pretty cool. And the reason why I named that picture MGK, he actually brought up because I was like, you know, he was like, hey, you kind of look like MGK. And he's like, oh my God, you know, everybody mentions that. So, you know, I just felt like that was perfect caption for that picture. So that photo was actually captured in creative space, you know, with my boy Sebastian. He actually created that smoke with vape. The light that you see around there is actually a ring light. That's my boy's Andrew ring light, and we just decided to put like a red scarf over that ring light, and that created that reddish, you know, that reddish tone. That's really cool. And you know, I told my boy Sebastian to pose in front of that picture, and you know, to release some vape, and we ended up capturing that unique picture. You know, I think that's a very unique picture. Brianna, she's really cool. You know, she actually had that idea that she wanted to do, like, you know, a Calvin Klein, you know, look in that picture, and we just, you know, we just went downtown and we took a couple pictures, and we ended up coming to this like in front of this purple door, and I told her to pose right there because I saw a picture in my head, and you know, she nailed it with that pose she did, and that's how we ended up capturing that image. That's my boy Omar. He actually has a movement that he's starting. It's called the Read Movement. And he reached out to me. He said he wanted some pictures, you know, for his classes that he teaches, you know. So I was like, why not? So we went to one of his studio that he has, and I just brought my equipment along, and you know, we took multiple pictures, and I felt like that one was a standout. So, you know, that's what I ended up capturing. I like the color tones that I used in that picture as well. You know, blue and like a creamy, like skin color. I felt like that was very smooth. So I ended up going with those colors.
I've been locked away for so long. I've been locked away for so long. And I wait for my turn in this world full of racism. Tuition paid for all the riches. And I wait for my turn in this world full of racism. Like I
This
said,
project, Yellow, I think that was the title. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, the Yellow Project is it's just a portrait, street project that revolves around the color yellow. It was inspired by Wes Anderson, Pharrell's Girl album, and I just I just fell in love with the color yellow, so I wanted to demonstrate it in very artistic ways, So,
How did you collab with, I think you collabed with Gloria. How did you guys end up linking up?
I know Gloria since high school. She was actually one of the first people that I met in high school when I went to Secta. She's very cool, but I never got the chance to photograph her until that shoot that I did with her, and it turned out great. Capture very artistic and unique pictures that I can't wait for people to see when the project's released. So,
Where do you think you're gonna end up posting this, or where can we get this?
this project, when I release it, I want to release it as a PDF. People could like download for free. I just want people to have it. But I will be making a few hardcover copies if people want to support it and to get their hands on it. So.
it ain't fair. Yeah. Reminiscing about
Your style in editing and filmmaking as well. How do you set yourself apart with these other photographers?
See the way that I put like everything into like one portrait that I'm gonna upload. So I want to make it unique, and I want to like make it stand out from everybody. And the way that I do that, I just take my time in my editing. Pay very close attention to every little detail from head to toe of the model, the background. If I need to, if there's like a little rock that's bothering me, I'll take it out. Just I pay attention to every little detail in the picture. So I hope people like notice that when they look at one of my pictures and see that everything's well put together, and that lots of effort was put into capturing that frame. Some advice that I'll give to younger artists is that never try to copy exactly what somebody else is capturing. I've seen so many pictures that look very alike, and I would just tell them, to stay away from that and just focus on what you feel is authentic and what you feel is the perfect image for you. Never try to imitate someone just because that's the thing that's trendy right now. Because from here now, that might not be the trending thing, and if you're focused on always trying to do what's trending, then you're not going to develop as an artist and who you are.
Check. I'm gonna kind of position it like this, so you're both audible. Let me see.